Welcome back. It's about 6:45 on your Friday morning. In Ohio, we always joke we have two seasons, right? Truly. Winter and orange barrel season, and we are very firmly in orange barrel season right now. There are laws in place, though, to keep those road workers safe, and there are big penalties if you don't. Attorney Brian Kopp is here for Legally Speaking. Good to see you, as always. Thanks for coming in.
Good to be back.
He's our super sub, right, for Dave. But let's start with just the importance of having these laws, first off, because there's a reason behind them. No matter how fast you want to go or where you need to be, there's a reason why these laws are in place, right?
You think about how many of us have family members that work roadside and these things in the area statewide, especially those that are, in union jobs placed throughout. So, when we think about it, we all hate it. Slows down the mergers, the reduced speed. But at the end of the day, it's for everybody. And that's why people complain. We get so many calls. Hey, why is my speeding fine doubled because of this? Well, read the signs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're there for a reason. It's not a just kidding kind of thing. They're there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, and that's probably the most obvious one.
Yes.
The doubling the fine if you're speeding in a work zone, right?
Different charges. Municipalities can have some different laws, so it's not cookie cutter everywhere. But you also have, if you endanger workers, there can be up charges. You think about civil liability. The zones are set up. Companies have responsibilities under the Ohio Administrative Code. So, you get frustrated how long those barrels are there before you have to merge. But that's all to give people a chance to get in line with what they're confronting on the road.
Yeah, in Ohio, they have the move over law now. So for anybody who's not familiar, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Move over. But tell us about what that all entails.
Well, in all the states we practice in now, if you see flashing lights, you're supposed to change lanes. Obviously, if you can do it safely. We see a lot of people that wait too long for that, meaning people were suing for insurance, especially truckers, when they make that switch late and they don't really care about who's next to them. But the whole concept is to create officer safety or emergency intervention safety. Because if anyone's ever had a flat tire broken down the highway and you feel those cars racing by, I always say that the construction workers become immune to it. I couldn't stand out there without jumping out of the way 10 times a day.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, we had the situation, last year with the state trooper in Canfield who was hit. His car was hit, on the side of the road, right?
Unfortunately, maybe one of the greatest losses we've seen in the state in a long time. It's humbling. I represent that family right now. Tragic loss, and those things, we complain about it until you're confronted with the catastrophe that comes with it.
Of course, and everybody, I feel like they're trying to find a workaround around certain. I've had to change my route into work multiple times over the last couple of weeks, just trying to figure out the fastest way. But simply, if a road's closed, you can't go on it. Are there big penalties for that too?
Well, one, catastrophic injuries usually. Two, but penalties, yes. I mean, traffic laws, and they escalate. Like I tell people all the time, just because what you're exposed to here, everyone that's traveling to a beach, going south to Florida, different laws in the state of Florida, different in South Carolina. Georgia's different. So all the states that we in the Midwest pass through, coming and going, you can't take for granted. It's the same everywhere.
So what's your best advice? Should we be reading up on this or just follow the law?
Number one is don't follow Beatrice in a construction zone. Once we get past that, you see orange barrels. One, drop the phone. I mean, most of the problems we see are distraction related. I think people are so used to the drop the speed, but they're not dropping phones.
Gotcha. And I mean, that's probably the most important part, because if somebody drifts just a little bit, there could be horrible consequences, not only for you, but for the person that's on that side of the road, making sure that the road construction gets done. Brian, great to see you, as always. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.